Hello there and a warm welcome to Superscreen's News at 6, broadcasting to you live from Lagos. I am Adinike Oweye Ajiboye. The federal government has declared Tuesday, May 29 as public holiday to mark the 2018 Democracy Day. The announcement was made in a statement by the Minister of Interior, Lieutenant General Retired Abdurrahman Dambazao, on behalf of the federal government, and issued by the ministry's permanent secretary, Dr. Umar Dambazao congratulated Nigerians on the occasion and pledged the government's continued dedication to entrenching democracy in Parliament. The House of Representatives has failed to override President Muhammadu Buhari's veto on the Nigerian Peace Corps bill. You will recall that both chambers of the National Assembly had passed the bill and moved it to the President for assent, which was declined. The House, however, reintroduced the bill seeking to override the President's veto, but majority of the members kicked against the bill.
594 presentations, both oral and written, were made at the public hearing. 95% of those who made those presentations said it should be allowed to sail through. 95%. Only 5% of the presentations at that public hearing were against this bill. Those who appeared came from diverse backgrounds, my dear colleagues. Student bodies, non-governmental organizations, ministries, name them, they come from diverse backgrounds, and they came to the conclusion overwhelmingly, because 95% by any stretch of the imagination is overwhelming. And they were of the opinion, my dear colleagues, that this bill, in order to take care of the problem that we have, this bill should be allowed to be passed.
While some members of the House supported the bill, others described it as irrelevant, saying it will bring unnecessary expenditure to government.
If to say there is money allocated to Nigerian police to recruit 300 Nigerians, that is to say, we will put 300,000 Nigerians. That is to say, the issue of under-policing will be a story of the past. Mr. Speaker, the issue of insecurity is also very paramount and important. What stopped the government to make sufficient allocation for recruitment of those civilian JTF, those who are qualified to become Army, Air Force, Navy, Police, or Civil Defense? Mr. Speaker, even the existing ones, we cannot fund them. Why are we bringing new burden to ourselves?
The truth is that passing it today does not amount to anything. We still need, we still need to tax of the votes to be able to override the veto. Those in favor of the motion that the bill be read a second time say aye. Those against it say nay. So the nays have it.
The lawmakers eventually voted against the second reading, which brings an end to the Peace Corps bill. Francis Congress APC has fixed June 23, 2018 as the date for its national convention. National Publicity Secretary of the party, Bolaji Abdullahi, who the convention will be inaugurated, which is on Monday, June 25, 2018. The ruling party had initially planned to hold the National Convention on May 14 as it moved to put its leadership troubles and internal crisis behind. However, on April 27, the party said in a statement containing new dates for its nationwide congresses that the National Convention would now hold in June, but it did not specify the dates. C has appointed Kebbi State Governor Tiku Bagado to head the 77-man National Campaign Council to ensure victory. Candidates Kayode Fayemi. Addressing members during the inauguration, Shoaibu stressed the importance of Ekiti governorship election to the party and also urged the campaign council to shun hate speeches in its campaign message to the people of Ekiti State. Reacting to this, National Organizing Secretary of the party, Osita Izunazo, expressed the party's resolve to win the Ekiti governorship election. Meanwhile, the Ekiti State Governor, Ayodele Fayose, has taken a swipe at the All Progressives Congress APC after the party set up the 77 committee ahead of the state's governorship election. The governor said the party will be roundly defeated despite their army of occupation. Fayose further criticized the party for setting up a committee for state selection rather than paying attention to the nation's economic recovery, herdsmen killing, and hunger in the country. He also said that despite earmarking over 25 billion naira for the coming elections, the party's defeat is certain. Report says the trial of a former national publicity secretary of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Olesemetu, proceeded before the Federal High Court seated in Abuja today in his absence and that of his lawyers. His lawyer, Emeka Etieba, a senior advocate of Nigeria who had since been appearing for him, did not attend the Thursday and Friday proceedings without any explanation offered for his absence. Justice Okon Abang had adjourned the trial on Thursday due to the absence of the legal. The continuation of the trial after overruling an objection to the application by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC lawyer Silvanus Tiger for proceed in the absence of Metu and his demonstration to the National Assembly to protest in Anambra State. Call for the immediate intervention of President Muhammadu Buhari to put a stop to the herdsmen killings. Of the group, Garba Yedi Makunda urged the federal government to place high premium on human lives and properties.
It is pertinent to note that the number of those killed in Old Man Federation is far higher than those killed in any part of the country by the suspected Fulani herdsmen. Several settlements, namely Bang, Gon, Bolki, Nzumosu, Nega, and Waduku, were attacked by these same herdsmen. While the first 4 communities were completely burned down, Waduku was spared by divine providence, but 4 lives were lost. Ever since this continuous invasion started, our people no longer sleep with their 2 eyes open, for fear that they could be attacked at any time. Consequently, our young men no longer sleep in the comfort of their homes, but on hills, tree tops, and in bushes at the risk of snake bites and attacks by other dangerous animals, all in their efforts to stave off such attacks and to defend their God-given land. We are saying that this is an attempt to conquer us and take our land and turn it into cattle colonies.
On his part, Chairman Lamode Local Government Area, Reverend Arnold Ijibila, called for the establishment of security outfits and provision of relief materials to those affected.
If you go to our community as we speak now, our communities have virtually deserted. You go there, the people cannot come back to their born homes, born houses. Virtually, most of them are putting up in forests. Some of them are putting up in the open fields because virtually these communities have been razed down, and so the situation there is too bad that the people cannot go to farm. Nobody can dare go to farm. They can't dare go back to their houses because of the fear of attacks.
The local government chairman of Lamode, Reverend Arnold Ijibila, speaking there. The United Nations, through the Nigeria Humanitarian Fund, has released $2 million to sustain response to a deadly cholera outbreak in Yobe, northeast Nigeria. The report says since the beginning of the outbreak, which was officially declared in 4 local government areas on March 28, 404 cases and 15 deaths have been reported. According to a statement by UN Humanitarian Coordinator Edward Callan, the group and its partners activated an immediate emergency response in the affected communities in support of the State Ministry of Health. And away from this, parents and guardians of special children and wards have been urged to take them to special school or homes that can cater for them. This advice was given at the annual rally organized by Special Persons Association of Nigeria, SPAN, and the Association of Handicapped Persons Welfare, held in Lagos.
People with special needs are those having a condition that restricts their ability to function physically, mentally, or socially. They are unable to use part of their body or mind because it does not work normally. At the 2018 annual National Handicap Youth Rally, persons with special needs from different schools converged to celebrate their existence. Speaking with Superscreen, National Coordinator of Special Persons Association of Nigeria, SPAN, Chidi Wankwer, urged parents with special needs children to desist from keeping them indoors, but to educate them at available special schools.
The schools are here, having their World Youth Day, songs, praise, and different recitation in the presence of the public. So the advice that we have for parents and the public is that they should not allow their children to loiter because of disability. Neither should they leave them in the street to be begging. Instead, they send them to centers like ours and all these ones. You can see these ones now are useful. Some have testified of graduating as lawyers, doctors, and computer technologists, and different professionals. Some have gone out of the country to represent Nigeria in Paralympic Games and came back with gold, silver, bronze.
The visually impaired ones are the smartest people you can find anywhere around the whole world. Look at Stevie Wonders, Ray Charles. We can see our own Cobanks and many other visually impaired you can see around. They are making it, and also they can also make it. bring out your visually impaired people, bring them to places that they can be orientated. You can bring them to Bethesda Home. Like you can see, I was orientated in Bethesda Home. Bethesda Home is a very nice place for visually impaired people to be.
Special needs schools present at the event made different presentation in music and drama in appreciation of God's kindness.
I don't see them as if they have any disabilities. When you come to them, we call them disabled ones. It's because we are not God, we don't really know them. But if you know them, they are very friendly.
I learn a lot of things. I, as a person who is complete, what they can do, I cannot do it. And God gives them special brain, different from those of us who are physical fit. For instance, that piano, playing drums, I can't do it. But they are, whatever you teach them, they grab it fast.
Government at all levels were urged to support their needs.
Government have been trying in the aspect of giving so many things to them. The government should try and organize a program or organize something that will bring us together as a one family.
The state government has been assisting all the schools, all the specialized schools that have been training our PWDs. And on our own too, we have our own schools, we have our own centers and homes where we provide rehabilitation training, vocational training for PWDs. State government will continue assisting PWDs in the state, and we want you to support the government achieving this goal.
In all imperfection, there is always a room for perfection. And it is said that everyone has a battle they face in life, then these ones are not exempted. But the beauty is that they have grown beyond their challenges, and one can only hope that others in their shoes will do the same and be happy.
Before they come, they're supposed to, give us some information, notice, at least maybe a week or so. There was nothing like that.
Hunger is everywhere in Nigeria. People are dying every day, but the Nigerian government are keeping quiet. Housemen are killing people. Why?
It's not what we expected because of these old men that are leading us, and you people know, you are aware that these people are not the right people to lead us. These kind of people that are leading us here are people of black mind. They just care about themselves and their family.
You are affecting my village. Let me use grass. If I call it useless, I'm not to mistake. The other place where they build a shop, call it plaza. Say each shop there 4 million naira, which I don't have the money, so I have to leave. If you plan to get a tribal mark, it takes a lot of pain, but after some time, you enjoy it. No, we experience hold up now during the construction time. Then after some time, we start enjoying it.
The way they are doing the construction is too slow. It's too slow. The construction is too slow. They should stop the construction and make sure people go into their businesses and do their businesses.
Well, it's so glad to have you back. Now in business world, Senate President Bukola Saraki has promised that a 2018 appropriation bill will be presented to President Muhammadu Buhari on Friday. Saraki disclosed this on Thursday when he led members of the National Assembly to the State House to break the day's fast with President Buhari. According to the Senate President, the delay in presenting the budget to President Buhari is because both chambers of the National Assembly are harmonizing the budget. The National Assembly had passed the 2018 appropriation bill on Wednesday, 6 months after President Buhari presented the bill to them. The Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation in the IC says another bank failure is imminent in the country as a result of weak corporate governance culture and weak internal control. A managing director in the IC, Umar Ibrahim, disclosed this at the FITC Thought Leadership Discussion Series in Lagos, where he was represented by the Corporation Executive Director, Operations Agatise Rejawa. Ibrahim said banks usually have a cycle of between 7 to 10 years, so if the country have not had a bank failure in 50 years, then they are bound to happen soon. He also said there is a lot to be done by the regulators to avert such occurrences. The federal government says work will commence properly on the Lagos corridor by next month. A Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amici, who disclosed this to journalists in Ogun State during inspection tour of the project, said 2 bridges and 11 kilometers of track lane will have been completed by next month. According to the Minister, China Civil Engineering and Construction Company, CCECC, the contractor handling the project, has been complaining about natural occurrence like rain slowing down the project. In another development, Minister of Agriculture and Natural Resources, Aldo Ogbe, says his ministry is not involved in the supply and distribution of the controversial 5.8 billion naira food grains to victims of Boko Haram attacks in the northeast. The 5.8 billion naira food grains distribution is one of the issues the House of Representatives Committee has been investigating. The committee, which is chaired by the member of the All Progressives Congress APC from Gombe State, Ali Issa, is investigating the expenditure of 17.8 billion naira by the National Emergency Management Agency NEMA in the last 1 year. The House had ordered the investigation after petition alleged that the Director General of NEMA, Mustafa Mihaja, awarded contracts to several firms in violation of due process. Now, hair making is one business that is unknown to many to be a good source of income. In this special report, Superscreen takes a look at the business of hair making and its profitability. Take a listen. The hair is one major part of the body that either brings out one's beauty or hides it. As a result, a lot of women are very concerned about the kind of hairstyle they make and how well it is made. For these reasons, hundreds of women have taken hair making as a life business. And today, the business appears more lucrative than it was in the past. The popular Ogoro Market in Mushin area of Lagos is a home to hundreds of hairstylists. They resume as early as 7 a.m. and close as late as 10 p.m. Fielding questions from these two stylists, they say hair making is a lucrative business indeed.
The business is nice and it's smooth. There is money and there is gain inside.
Depends on what they want to do. Depends on the style of the weaving.
The braid money is different. Price is different from fixing, from bonding, dredge. We do fixed lock. So the price is different. So it depends on what customer want to do. So that we give them the price of it.
Both women have been in the business of hair making for over a decade.
Let's say 12 years now.
It's more than 15 years I've been in here.
Like 25 years ago.
They equally speak on the profit made daily on hair making.
Sometimes we fix 2.5, 1.5. But now we have some customers that will tell you that they can only afford 500 naira, and we can't allow them to go would like to do it reluctantly, we do it.
I feed my children, my mother, my family out of it.
Feed my children, pay school fees, to make up myself beautiful.
Other hairstylists share similar views, though with some exceptions.
We used to work very well around the festive period, that is during the Easter, Eid al-Kabir, or end of the year. That's when we used to work very well. And during this time of Ramadan, things really dull.
As the nation battles with unemployment, high crime rate, among others, venturing into hair-making business might not be a bad idea. After all, they say the end always justifies the means. You're still watching Superscreen News at 6, so we'll take another short break here, and when we return, we'll bring you news from the foreign scene and the sports. Join us again.